Right, you probably noticed we've jumped a bit ahead. I had a bit of a video issue, and then I was trying to film doing the rust, and it was a nightmare trying to film it because I have to get it so close. Um, but I'm going to go through exactly what I did in a little area that I've left just for this reason. So you can see here, I've gone through with the old rust colour, and all I'm doing is going over all the chips that we've made basically with that colour. Not every single one, I've left some black. Um, Obviously, if I actually had my airbrush, I would probably have just done the whole thing that colour rather than black, but I do kind of like the fact that you've got a few different colours coming through. So you can see I've done that, and then I've gone through with the lighter rust tone and just dabbed over the top. So I'm just going to show you what I mean. You can see here I've left some bits. I've only left a tiny bit because it's bloody hard to do this while keeping it on the camera. But as you can see, I'm just literally going through very carefully. Just, you don't have to do it all because you want some darker areas still. But it's just a case of going through and very carefully going and filling in little gaps like that. And it looks really, really bright at the minute. I know, but it does dry a bit lighter, so you end up, I chipped away a bit more than I actually wanted to here, so I've ended up with a big spot of rust. So what I've done is, after I've done the light rust orange on the bottom of that, I've again gone over it with the dark rust deposit, the crusted rust from AK, just to kind of darken it up a little bit. That's got a little bit more texture to it with this one, so you end up with a bit more of a textured look, which I think you would get on like a large area like this. Generally for large areas I won't use most of these paints. I'll use my own rust mixture that I make up, which I will probably get to in another video. But one thing at a time, eh? One thing at a time. So, the last effect that we want to add is this. And this one is my most enjoyable one because it looks really crap when you put it on, and then with a little bit of work it looks really, really good. So this is called the Streaking Rust, and obviously self-explanatory, it's the rust streaking down. So what we'll do is we'll get a little bit of it on the brush, find an area that you want to do it, say here, and just pop a streak down. That is literally all you're doing. So we'll do it in a few different areas. Probably have a bit coming down from here, say. One there. A lot of the time you'll see areas where you've almost got it going like that anyway from the chipping, so it's more of a case of just following those. Put one down there. And like I say, at the minute, this really does not look good. It just looks like I'm painting big brown lines straight on a fairly weathered and well done paint job. It's not the best. I know a lot of people can do a lot better than this, but I'll do my best. I like stuff coming down from the top as well. Make that one a bit darker. Let's put one down there. One there. That will have run across, so we'll put one in there. Let's carry that one down actually. So, as you can see, we've got a few. I'm going to darken these up a bit because I think they're a little bit too light. We've got a few rust streak lines there, and let's not beat around the bush. Like this, they look a bit shit. They don't look like streaking rust whatsoever, they just look like I've painted some lines on a barrel. And that we do not want. So, I really should stop. Less is more, but hey. It's a demonstration video, let's go over the top. Darken these up. So, next we're going to get, unfortunately, Stinky White Spirit until I get the non-stinky White Spirit. And dip our brush in, get some of the excess off, and then we'll start with, say, this one because it's fairly well on camera. And because this is enamel, when you're doing this, you're thinning it out. And bringing it down. Feather the edge out a bit more. And that looks a hell of a lot better than just big lines. You get it from both sides and just bring it down. Now you're trying to be as vertical as possible because obviously gravity will just pull it straight down. You're not going to be running off to the side generally, so they're the sort of things you need to remember when you're doing this. You want these lines to be as straight as you can get them. Just keep dragging it down. And you end up with something that looks like that. So, I'm going to go through, get all of these done, feather it in at the top a bit there, keep dragging it down. And when this is done, I'll show you the end result.